Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. VeChain doesn't really want to stop. Back to 7.8 cents after VeChain broke out of my target area and after VeChain broke out of this descending wedge. Chart looks beautiful. I've been saying that over the last few weeks, and just about when everybody got really pissed off and everybody got bored and everybody left the market, that is when you see these moves happen. That's then when people get interested again, which is good. We are still only very much, I believe, at the beginning of that uptrend, and this strong move up that we are seeing here really gives us hope that the low could already be in. Yeah, absolutely, it's possible, because VeChain did reach that target area. For everybody who's new, this is the target area that we defined on this channel back in November. Based on Fibonacci levels, based on what typically assets do in a wave 2, because this is a wave 2 here, in which Fibonacci area these levels are turning around, or these prices, and VeChain has exactly done that. So really following the plan at the moment. And the wave C, which is part of that wave 2, in a wave 2 you have an A wave, a B wave, a C wave. So you had your wave A that came down in July, then you had your wave B, very clear 3-wave structure. A wave B always consists of 3 waves, so we had the 3-wave move up here in November, and then we had our wave C come down here, and that is absolutely possible that the low is already in. I still remain a bit skeptical because there is no confirmation yet that the low is already in, but the strength of that move up here really gives us hope that it already starts with those massive price increases that we talked about. Here a 45 to 72 price target for the next major wave up. That would be the 1.618 fib extension here, 45 cents. That is because we are coming down in a wave 2, maybe already complete. In a wave 3, which would be the next one, you would expect that is the typical price target, at least the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, at least, yeah. Typically you go higher. Typically you could go to the 200%, which would be 55 cents, or even 72 cents. And 72 cents is, it doesn't need to get there, but it should get to the 45 cents. That is the minimum, as I said. Had a few questions, when do I think that's going to happen? Now that is exactly what I cannot tell you, because Fibonacci's and they don't really, Elliott waves don't really allow you to say when something is going to happen. My view is, and has always been, that the overall correction could be finished towards the end of Q1. Now, maybe it already is finished here for the altcoins, because I think out of all the altcoins that I cover on this channel, I think there was really only Polkadot that has not reached the target area yet. And to be honest, maybe it will never reach it, but we can only walk in this space by adhering to probabilities, understanding probabilities, and all the other altcoins have reached the target area anyway, which is fantastic. So they are already, I think I would need to double check, but I think they are all ready for their move to the upside. Bitcoin, of course, is in the alternative scenario, also has not reached the target area. I think it's going to do this at a later stage now, and if you want to understand why and how, then take a look at my Bitcoin video. But VeChain, of course, it did come into the target area and it's basically ready for those massive runs to the upside. The only question is this at the moment only a temporary fake out, or is it really starting? And at the moment, to me, it really looks like it could be starting. I still remain a bit skeptical because this current move up doesn't have a lot of structure. What I want to see now is a little bit of a setback, a proper retracement, maybe a retest of that previous low here at around 6.8 cents. It hasn't really happened here on the daily because you're now getting overbought on the daily. So if we take a look on the daily chart, VeChain is now above 70. It even is at 80. Now, typically at 80 is a time where certainly I wouldn't buy. If you are just trading, you could of course take profits, but that is entirely up to you, because when such a move, like in the altcoin market, is starting, I will certainly not try to take profits at any small wave, because the overall potential is at 10x anyway, and sometimes it's really hard to time unless you really spend a lot of time and try to sell when a little bit of profits happened. No, I'm not going to do that, because first of all, it has tax implications, and on the other hand, those gains, and I don't want to sell now, it goes up higher, then buy back higher, and that just ruins all your gains. In my opinion, that is why it was so important to buy down here in this target area, and where I will sell probably not before we reach here the all-time high. That is when I will take the first profits, I think, and then also when we move up on the ladder here to those next Fibonacci extensions. But of course, I will update, I said that earlier today, I will update my sell order sheet on Discord for channel members, and then you will see exactly when I will take profits. And it needs to be worth it, right? I'm not going to take profits just because of a few $100 or whatever, just because the price has gone up 30-40%. It might actually be more than just a few $100. But anyway, I'm waiting for those life-changing gains, as many people probably as well. And I want to take the larger swings. You know, this is where the money can be made. Oftentimes, in my opinion, many people are better off just hodling anyway, because you know, just trading can burn many people's fingers. Yeah, but taking those larger swing trades and taking profits when we're really at the peak, that is where you can outperform the market very well, and that is what I'm waiting for here. And VeChain has a good chance to get there. The next target, certainly here, the next resistance I'm looking out for here on the VeChain chart is that 200-day moving average here in yellow. That is at 9.1 cent, and then the next target would be that previous high. That is a very important one. That is the 10.1, 10.2 cent level. If we get above that, I think we can move fairly quickly to that wave B high at 17.5 cents. I think this will be significant resistance. At the moment also, I think, on the daily you're now overbought, so I think you might need to breathe a little bit here. VeChain might need to retrace down a little bit before it can move higher, and a good way to do that would be to bounce off maybe the 200-day moving average, as I said, at 9.1 cent. Maybe then come down a little bit, maybe retest here that previous high here at 6.7, 6.8 cent, and then continue its way higher. That would probably allow the daily RSI to get down a little bit. But overall, on the higher time frames, which are so meaningful, I've said that many times here on the 4-day chart, we have seen those bullish crossovers, for example, here on the MACD. You're not overbought on the 4-day chart yet, so there is generally the possibility for further upside, absolutely. The weekly chart only just now printing here a bullish crossover on the MACD. We have that long signal on the ADX down there. So all of that really preparing us for the bullishness of this chart. And I told you many times that this chart looks beautiful. Yes, exactly, that is what I want to see in a wave 2 correction. You move up in your wave A, you move up in your first impulse, then you come down in a wave A, you move up in a wave B, not too much, and then you come down in a wave C. That is when people are pissed off and leave the market. But I told you many times that exactly then it's important to stay interested, and it's important to leave the market when we get to new all-time highs. That's how it should be done, and that's how I advocate it on this channel. Of course, not giving you financial advice, only how I do things and how I see the market. Now, that is my view here on VeChain. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.